about to be freaking unleashed with Rich and Tim Unleashed.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Not only did Rich Hopkins and Tim McRae bring by a faithful camera person, they also brought through some spirits as well.
They're not paying us yet, but they soon will be. Stella Artois.
Corona Edge.
Yeah. Sponsors, future. Sponsors.
Yeah, Jay, the man in the background.
The God voice.
The God
that you
voice,
make
yes,
at some points.
with his dope ass equipment.
That is I.
Before we dive in, we are just going to give you your challenge off the top. Right here. Every episode, people get a challenge while they're blazed.
Honestly, I didn't realize where they were coming from, so this might be some softballs for them.
Oh, it might be lobs?
Yeah.
Smack the shit out of the
It's just something we like to. You can get as many as you want on the list. There's been a crazy range of guests. People have each had a different category that they had to do this with. You take as long as you want in the episode. You interrupt at any time. You have to list. You're going head to head, by the way. You have to.
Some shit here. Hold on. Pass me a lighter, bro. I'm about to go into battle or some shit. I'm not going in unprotected. Alright, so, okay.
You have to list as many podcasts as you can.
Oh, come on. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. I'm going to tell you why.
You're complaining? Okay.
Because we're biased.
What's biased?
Yeah, explain.
Biased is we only listen to a few, and there's a reason. Because sometimes when you're a podcaster, you don't want to listen to too much because you don't want to start to get ideas and sounds from those people.
I'll
It's like listening
be
to
honest,
a
I
comedian.
only listen
There's a way to pick
yes.
up or embellish a joke or take a story
That's
or
true. That's
you
an
know,
interesting
give
point.
your twist on something. But we'll do it anyway. Yeah.
Well, good. But I also do only listen to a few podcasts. I really do not listen to a lot. So I get it. But
this will be good.
It doesn't, and listen, it's not, obviously, the show's not about the challenge. It's a fun sprinkle.
Also,
what we want to know is...
We just sit here and look at you like this. And not even say anything. Like,
that hour went fast.
Also, your naming of a podcast is not an endorsement. You know, if you name a dick suck fuck cunt podcast, and people don't like that podcast, then like it's not an endorsement. We're just listing podcasts.
Should we do that one too?
Exactly, right?
Sorry, I gave you your first one.
There you go.
You just make shit up. There's a podcast for everything now.
I'll be tallying them.
Okay.
So everybody, just before we go any further, pause and subscribe to the Rich and Tim Unleashed podcast. Where can you find that?
Real quick, Rich, I'm going to drop the first part. You guys can always find us at Instagram. You know what I'm talking about. IG, Instagram, Rich and Tim Unleashed. Not going to spell it, just Google it. Look for this logo. Our digital footprint speaks for itself. If you don't see this logo, it's an imposter. All right? We're on every platform from iHeart, Apple, Amazon. The only people that won't give us our RSS feedback is Spotify and Anchor, but we don't blame you. We left your network. Did I leave anything out?
No, you did great.
Oh, that's spicy because our one sponsor is Anchor. So
we love Anchor, but at the same time,
no, I'm just joking.
No, I was going to tell the truth. They actually scramble your RSS feed when you leave there. When you leave and go to another network, they're known to scramble your feed. So we have 112 shows out there in limbo. So somebody might go to download them and it's another show.
Because we tried when we switched over to New Pod City, and I went on and it was just like, you got this.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got picked up by a network, so that's saying a lot. I'm not saying anything to any podcasters on Anchor or Spotify, but we got picked up by a network and they kind of shunned us.
You know, we never collected our money. I think it was a whole $6.74.
We'll settle out for
$6.18.
We'll settle
We
out.
get $1. I called him up. I'm like, yo, check this out. We get $1. Yeah.
It's worth.
Yeah, but it was fun. But it's just once you leave there, that's it. You're outdoors, and your shit stays.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the truth. But anyway, for podcasters out there, just something for you to know. And we always like to drop information. We do talk a lot of shit and do comedy, but we like to drop jewels as well.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. That's why you're on the show. You did mention mention, you were pointing at your shirt, your graphic, and I said this earlier, but I do want to talk about it. Love the logo. Love the look, the visual. Because I'm saying what really, catches my eye. Like, the first thing is what it looks like. How cool. Like, I'll sit there for, a good 30 to 60 seconds, be like, just admiring and be like, wow, yeah, this is some solid shit.
Thank you. And we came up with it together. We're from the 80s, so rock and roll, hip hop. Yep. I was like, microphone, speaker, it all makes sense. Unleashed, breaking the chains, and we wanted it to remind you of almost like an 80s or 90s hip hop or rock group or whatever.
Yeah.
You look at it and you have to think. What's that about?
Yeah, for sure. No, it's sleek, it's clean, it's
It's got
but
that
it's also
attraction.
like,
It sticks with you when you say it. Yeah.
Just shout out to Brainiac Graphics. Graphics.
Sure.
Gotta shout out Brainiac Graphics for producing the logo.
Love it.
Yeah, bring it to its commercial stage.
Love it. Let's start here. How did you guys meet? Let's go with that bromance story. Let's go.
I've known Tim since 7th grade.
Oh. Wow.
So,
is this the longest friendship? Like the longest friends?
I have another friend, Matt Brusco, I've known since I've been 3 years old.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
sorry.
he's Richard the second one.
You're not. You didn't.
Richard the second.
It's alright. It's all good.
Sorry, bro. I gotta tell the truth.
love lost.
It shouldn't be recorded.
See, hey, I'm out. Nah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Anyway, yes, you were saying.
So now it's 7th grade, and we've always kept in contact, but every time we see each other, it was just like homecoming. Hey, what's up, Rich? Hey, Tim, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And then basically, I guess how this all formed. Oh, you want to talk about? Yeah,
We're the tissues.
I'm being quiet.
Well, then I have to tell the whole story. And I'm half baked, so that's gonna be really fun.
Oh yeah, no, let the waterworks
Okay.
flow.
Yeah.
This is the sensitive hour.
Well, no, actually, like I said, I was doing a show called Hoppies It's All Bullshit. He had WTF, and then basically our wives said on separate occasions, you two need to get together and do a podcast.
Yes.
So he called me up. So you see, again, I have to give props to Tim because without that phone call, this would have never been, which is the truth. So, yeah.
Wow.
And it just blossomed. We started with just using our phones, and then things progressed.
On that network?
On that network, yeah, formerly known as. And it's been an amazing, cool ass journey. So
Fantastic. That's fantastic. And you each grew up in Jersey?
Yeah, same town.
Same town.
Yeah.
Wow. What was it like growing up in Ewing?
Ewing, man, there's a lot of love back then, man. People, man.
We had a really good time.
Yeah.
The 80s were very good to us.
Ewing was the times where you can find where everybody was by going to that one house and seeing all the fucking bikes laying outside.
Yep.
They were in the backyard, they're playing football, or somewhere close by, there's 12 bikes there. And those days are gone.
Yeah.
And I know your generation doesn't understand what I'm saying when I say that, but it was always that one neighborhood house where you just find everybody, and that's what the 80s was for us.
Wow.
Well,
we were
at the
lucky.
End of that, hopefully. Yeah.
But yeah,
skateboards outside.
Being mid 90s, we are like growing up at when we were born at that time. It's just we were there before. We remember before the internet. I guess is the best way I'm saying it. Right?
Yeah.
We grew up with the internet and it hit, but we definitely remember before many major stages of technology. Kids now, you're already entering that world. Forget it. It's an entirely different ball game. It's because there's stuff I talk about and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm old already? These people, what? How do you, I don't know, Nintendo 64. I don't look at a different game console. Graphics used to look like this.
Right.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? What I tell people is just do this. Because that's how fast it went.
Yeah.
Your eyes.
TikTok, it's too fast for me. I can't.
Yeah.
You guys on TikTok?
Come on, of course we are. Yes, we are the old people on TikTok having a motherfucking blast with that shit.
They come across us, they're like, look at these motherfuckers.
But no, we do have a very strong digital footprint, and a lot of it is due to TikTok, Instagram, our Google business. We're listed as broadcasters. That's what we do. So it's not like we're lying. So when people look us up, LinkedIn, all that stuff, they can find us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's the whole purpose.
That is a stage of marketing.
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
you kind of you're non-existent if you don't have.
If you're not on social media, unless you're that person that just doesn't want to exist, if you're promoting or have any type of business and you're not on social media, you're doing something wrong. I watch people's businesses fail because they weren't on social media. Talk to them, tell them what to do. They don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
That's so
You know,
true.
I'm 50 years old, but I have to stay up with the trends, and my kids keep me young. My customers keep me young. You know, Rich, we bounce shit off. He's the dinosaur. He's the guy who watches the old shows. Like I be telling him about an actor, somebody we're trying to interview. Like, who's that? I'm like,
What show are you talking about? I'm nothing on today's TV. Nothing.
But
I may catch the news, but that's about
So
it.
what old time shows were you talking about?
Oh God, Rockford Files, MASH. I mean,
MASH.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know.
I used to watch MASH a lot.
If I really want to get soft about things, like Dynasty or something like that.
Dang,
Because it had a good story. It had a good storyline.
It did.
Really did.
And I like the
Held your
fucking
interest.
Ewings. They were fucking greedy motherfuckers.
They were.
Hungry oil barons.
And we grew up in Ewing, so go figure.
Exactly. Plus my dad was in the oil business.
That's
So
it.
I liked it as well.
Yeah.
It was actually shot in Plano, Texas, not in Dallas, where everybody thought. So Plano, Texas is a little south of Dallas, Texas.
But the house is still standing, and that was shot in Dallas.
Yes. Confusing.
The beginning,
Shit.
they showed that
Where
big
we go?
mansion, that ranch. Yeah,
Okay.
but that's it.
I love it. No, just love it. I'm trying to think.
What was the oil business like?
The oil business for my
For your
family?
dad? Yeah.
Oh God, at that
Your
time.
dad specifically, like what was it like day to day?
I was gonna dive into
Back in that time, my dad's business was thriving because there was only at that time maybe 5 black oil companies in the city of Trenton. So you had Sample, you had McRae Brothers, you had Crosland, and I'm missing 2. Did I say Sample? Oh, Ames, and then you had Brown. So those were the 5 black companies, and the people in the city really supported them because a lot of the homes had oil heat. But now, unfortunately, as you know, with the city of Trenton, a lot of these homes are empty, and the business and the gallons started to drop. Global warming is real. I'll tell people in a minute. I can show you my oil gallons. I was doing 1 million gallons by myself. I told my wife when I got to 200,000 gallons, I was getting out of the business. I reached it in 2018. So, and then you can tell now, wintertime, December, 60, 70 degrees. You know, you're going outside in January with shorts on, chilling with your boy with a hoodie on. You know, like that wasn't back in the day. Back in the day, it got cold in October and it stayed till February. So the oil drop off and all that stuff. At that time, it was good. But once it started dropping off, it was like you had to bail.
Yeah.
It's like sink or swim. It's one of the things where you got to notice the trends in the market, and when something's fading, you got to get out. That's all. Plain and simple. It's like the stock market. You're moving around, you got to stay safe. You got to duck something, you got to get out, you got to pivot. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be the guy who puts solar panels on everybody's houses.
Bruh. Until we start getting 6 months of darkness.
Well, only if they shoot up the micro park.
So, Bridge, what about your parents? What was it like growing up in your household?
Mom worked for a newspaper. Father was a steel worker.
Well, what newspaper?
The Trentonian.
Ah, cool.
And my mother is still there.
Wow. What's that like, having a city newspaper? That is a rare
Well, the
thing.
thing is, there is no paper. Like, there's no building. They're working from home, but they sold the building, and it's like everything is like outsourced. Nothing's. The paper's not printed in Trenton. The advertising is all put together somewhere else. They actually have a branch in India that does all like the classifieds.
What?
Yeah, my mother like talks to everybody.
She knows everything.
Yeah, it's insane. We had 2 major newspapers in the city of Trenton. We had the Trentonian and the Trenton Times. Trenton Times went out first, then the Tonian just kind of followed suit after that. So.
And I used to work for Central Paper, which is Central Lumar. We used to deliver paper to both of those companies when they were open. I was a truck driver at that time. I watched a lot of shit. Like, yeah, digital age is killing everything. Magazines, newspapers. You know, you can pick up your phone. I don't need to walk out to the corner to get the newspaper. I pick my phone up, I'm in the bed. That's what happened.
Yeah. You don't have to get up for a lot of things besides
Video
going
killed
back.
the radio star.
Yeah.
Like Wall-E, where we're all gonna be those like big guys in those those whatever hovering
the way
chairs.
Oh my God.
See?
Everything has to evolve.
Yeah.
I think there's a place for good reporting now. Because everything going on is so complex And I feel like people want to actually know what's going on right now because they're just so fucking confused.
Well, it's just flux of information, right? Like,
Too
how
much
do you know exactly?
And what's real, what's not? What's
Exactly.
real? I've seen it on the internet. No, it's
Yes.
not, dummy. You've seen it on the internet.
Which is so unfortunate because you want to be like, we're at the stage where like I can look up anything. Get any piece of information I
And
want.
pressing a thumb.
Exactly.
Or you know, Google. Tell me who is Jared Gatson.
Yeah. So where does the where did the first creative like tick bite you?
Ooh, me? Oh my
Both
God.
of you.
I'll let you go first.
Nah, just when he would put a video out or do any kind of a commercial or something, I mean, it catches you. It's just like he just brings you in, and you know, I mean, you watch some of them and you're like, really? You know? But no, it's just he's a mastermind. He's a creator, you know. And
You'll make
so,
me cry. It's gonna be the sensitive bitch episode.
and I didn't tell the stories. Yeah, but go ahead.
For me, man, it was that first time I jumped off my back step with that towel around my neck. And this is a story, I'm sure I'm not the only kid telling this story. And I put that fucking towel around my neck. I went up on that 5th fucking stair, and I had to clear the concrete because there was still some patio left. I fucking took that leap, man. And that first time I hit the air, that's what it bit me. I was like, I'm a fucking superstar. Right now, I can fly. I was R. Kelly before R. Kelly, and I didn't have to pee on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the whole point was, to me, it was like, holy shit, this is what I want to do. I want to act. I want to be a stuntman. I want to be a creator. I want to always be moving. I would always have my mind moving and doing something. And that's when it started, jumping off that back step in the backyard. You know, and from there, I mean, I like to write scripts. I like to write short stories.
Yeah, we were seeing your sketch comedy,
Yeah,
the skits you guys do.
Thank you.
Yeah, where is that? Who's that? Like, who's the one who comes up with the idea? Who says where to locate?
It's usually me, but I always incorporate my guys. Let me tell you something. Between Rashawn Tyson, Jared Gatson here, and Rich Hopkins, those are the 4 people I know when I want to put some content together that's in my mind, they're going to fucking pull it out. And they're going to make that shit look good.
Yeah.
And that's who the fuck I go to.
Yeah.
We try and call in other actors and people that want to do stuff. Oh yeah, I'll be there. Never show up. You know, or hey, are you paying? Wait a minute, I just seen an ass on Instagram for free, and now you want $50 to be in a video that's gonna get 2, 3, 4, 5,
Had
2,000
that happen a few
views.
times.
You know, it's like the level of disrespect. Like, we all help each other as creatives.
Yeah.
We're all gonna shine.
Yeah.
If people see my shit, they're gonna see you. If you're,
Yeah.
if they see your shit, they're gonna see me. You know, and vice versa. It's the whole vice versa one. I think people are scared of that now. You know, and it's like,
Why do you think that is? Why are they scared of it?
because nobody wants to see anybody get any further than that. Well, they don't realize that you can all get there together.
Yep.
And you might not get there together.
Competitive. Yeah.
It's not competitive. You know who I'm competing against? I'm competing against Tim McRae from yesterday. Every fucking day. That's what I call competition. I'm competing against Tim motherfucking McRae. The dude from yesterday, the dude from last week, the dude from the week before. I gotta beat him.
Yeah.
Preach.
Yeah. And you, Rich?
Ooh, let me throw my flag out there real quick. Let me throw my flag out there. Sessions with Mary Jane. We talking, y'all, being candid. It's just, listen, it's just visuals and commentary.
No, but also, yeah, the visual aspect of it, like you were saying, for it to be polished, for it to be like people know that you're taking it seriously. Like,
But
you're
you know,
being
people wanna
goofy, you're
discredit
being
you.
silly, but you need to be punctual. That is like a huge thing for me, where I'm just like, yeah, if we ask you to do like a hire you, you're doing a job, or you're part of the crew, like show up,
Show up.
do the work,
Be there, yeah. You know?
Be held accountable.
Yeah. Also, because it's such a magical thing you're all making together. Because a lot, like being art, like creating art and being certain artists, it's collaborative.
It is.
No matter
It has
what,
to be.
you can't do a single thing unless you're Bo Burnham and you're inside and you have that much equipment. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know how I did that by himself.
But if you're right, but if you look at the people who have made it, they've usually used their core people.
Yes.
Look at Spike Lee and who he used.
Yes.
His core people. The Denzel,
Scorsese,
the Samuel Jackson.
Tarantino.
Same thing, all of
Uses
them.
the same people,
You know,
yeah.
and it's like, you know what? When you put together a team that nobody can stop, you can deny everything you want. But once you see what it is and you're feeling the emotions, the commercial, the laugh, whatever we're trying to convey, once you feel that, you're stuck.
It's a dream to you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you can act like you ain't see that shit, but I know you see it. I see your flinch, I see the tear, I see you wanted to laugh, but I was sitting there, you was like, you like laughed at the side of your mouth and shit. Fuck out of here. Shit was funny.
Also, it takes time. It takes time to like reestablish certain relationships if you're working with new people and also like the kind of work that you guys are doing. You're talking about chemistry. Yeah. Like that's so important for your podcast.
Chemistry is 100% of it. I mean, just what I'm sure you guys go through. Yeah. Chemistry is 100% of it. Yeah. And you gotta be on that same fucking page, even when you're not.
Yeah. What do you guys do to work out some kinks? Were there times where there were bumps in the road?
You know the funny. Okay, go right.
In the beginning, yeah, they weren't major bumps, but they were just like little mess ups, little flaws. But we ironed it out pretty quickly, and then the chemistry, like, I hate to use the word again, but it just kicks in, and that's it.
Communication kills all assumption. Communication kills all assumption. You got a fucking problem with me, bitch, I'm right here. Come see me. And when you're a man like that, things flow. Yo, man, I like you to do that. Hey, bro, I feel some type of way about this, that, and the other. And when you can address somebody like that, that's your brother. That's your friend. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you can't address somebody about something, bitch, why are they even near you? I don't know fucking yes men around me. You know what I mean? I want everybody to be Jenny hates him, I like that shit. Alright, cool. Don't watch it no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but at least express yourself.
Yeah, you have to say it if you want the right to be mad about it. You know, like you gotta get it off your chest if you have it.
Exactly. You can't carry it around the backpack and nobody knows what's inside.
That's how they build up resentment. That's just bitter poison.
Yeah, you're standing over bitch at nighttime with a gun trying to kill him and shit right in the hotel. Like, I'm just, but that's what it's about, man. It's about talking with each other, and we've had some bumps and stuff, and we worked it out. Hey, man, this is how I feel. He felt, and that's it. It's a relationship. We're trying to build something here, and the only way it's going to work is if nobody can tear it down. And if we build it, how the fuck can we tear it down? Nobody can be outside. I don't care who comes, we got this money and we'll give you this, and Tim, you should break up with him, and you should do your own show. No, nobody's going to come and do that unless we agree to it. And if the money's right, I'll be rich, get that money right. I'll come on and be your motherfucking Robin, so I just sit there and laugh like, I'll be your Robin to Howard Stern and shit. Yeah, Robin.
Well, I don't know, Tim. We're gonna have to talk about that.
Robin's gonna be like, I don't laugh like that. Sorry about
that. So what do you picture for your future, like podcasting, or where do you want to go for film?
Honestly, and I'm gonna jump right in here real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Visuals. Yeah. Our own show. I'm calling it too. I'm talking Showtime. Okay. I'm talking Vice. Showtime. Anybody that wants to put some content out that's funny. You want to write the shit, you can write it. If not, I'll write the shit. Either way, it'll be funnier than half the shit that's on TV, and it'll be funnier than Saturday Night Live. I said it. It'll be funnier than Saturday Night Live. They got great writers. They should let them write more skits and put them out there.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue.
I can
just saying.
I said it.
Saturday Night Live. If you want me to be a writer on.
I'm sorry.
It's still open, but I also write for Tim Chef.
I hate to come in and blow shit up sometimes, but sometimes things have to be said. There's a lot of funny people out there that are coming next. There's a lot of writers and young producers that are coming out there next, and I mean you guys and what you're doing. It's time for us to be seen. Everybody's gonna get their 15 minutes. It's what you do with it. After you get it. You know what I mean? How do you keep it going?
What do you think has to happen for there to be more culture coming out of Jersey? Because I feel like all of the Jersey culture kind of gets absorbed out of it into Philly or New York, and Jersey kind of gets left behind in like the mainstream culture. Like how do you think that it becomes more mainstream? Besides Jersey Shore is like.
I'm gonna tell you like this. One thing we have to do is support each other more.
Yeah.
And once we support each other more and get behind each other's brands, okay, you might not like my podcast, but if you like my video, just share it. It didn't fucking cost you nothing. All you have to do is hit the share button. I would have did it for you if you were cool like that. Oh shit, share my shit. Let me share some of his.
Yeah.
You know, it's the tit for tat thing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not always going to do for you, and I'm not going to keep pouring into a cup, and I'm not getting nothing poured back into me. So it's one of those things where if we supported each other more and got behind each other's projects, even if it was just to watch it or support it or to share it or to help tell somebody else about it. That's it. It's simple. You don't have to put money into it if you don't have it. You can share it with a friend. You can tell, hey, I met these guys, or hey, yo, check them out. They got a podcast. Go talk to them. Stuff like that. I've already told 3 or 4 people about you guys. Whether they follow up, that's on them. I don't give a fuck. I follow up.
Yep.
So
Really.
I did my part. I said,
right.
hey, the good people, check them out.
It's also, that's definitely a comfort for me where like you promote or advertise many different guests that we've had on the show, but like when you meet them, you guys are actually really cool, honest, genuine people.
And
like
We're for real.
I mean,
I get tired of fake people.
Oh my god.
I can't
don't
do
know
it.
how people like these looks.
I know people that don't like me, and when I walk in the room, they act like they're friends with me and they're talking to me. I walk out like, what the fuck do I even like? Why does it talk to me like that?
Also, us being from Jersey, he's from New York, but it's a same thing.
Upstate New York.
No, but being like East Coast, where you just like you tell me straight, like don't like LA, where it's just like deceitful or like behind your whatever.
I wrote some fake shit. I couldn't even live it out loud.
But
I probably slapped at the people
it takes up so much time.
Sure.
Like you're just like I'm not playing. Like we're trying to do stuff here. Like get on board. But what was my point?
Sessions with Mary Jane. Keep going. Wait till I get catch your drama face.
I know the word. Oh my god! Whoever's editing this is gonna have so much fun with this. So your videos, you said visuals, your show, you said Showtime. Who am I thinking of? Desus
and Mero. I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. Big fans. I'm not even gonna front. I've watched them come from the Bodega Boys, all the episodes. Listen, some of these guys have a lot of podcasts out there. Joe Rogan, almost 1,600 episodes. These people don't come overnight. You know what I mean? I totally get that. They don't come overnight, but now they're doing it. They're icons and they're idols to us, especially in this field because there's a lot of money in this field. And also, make sure you check out Podcast Magazine, where you can find a feature with Rich and Tim in there as well.
What?
We checked it. It's a real magazine.
Wow. Yeah.
We filled the pages.
Shout out to Steve Olsher. All right, we want to
Steve.
big up some people. Also, one of our newest sponsors coming on right now, Man the Fuck Up. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that one soon. We're gonna say that for another episode.
Ooh.
That's a testosterone booster. So there's a special guest that's involved with that sponsorship, but we can't say anything right now.
Can you tell us anything about WTF?
Oh, WTF. WTF is a little takeout food stand in Ewing that I've heard about. Heard the owner's really a nice guy. He sells some great food, has some great social media, some good commercials. I think his information is WTF_food truck at Instagram. Or just Google WTF. We have a very strong digital footprint and you'll be able to find everything we're doing. You know where we're at, you know what we're doing. Come get in it!
I knew that was coming, but I just you said
I had to do it.
I had to get on him. I was like, "What's his vegan food?"
Yeah.
Does he have? He's got an Impossible Burger, Beyond Burger, or something.
So I met him in a funny story in my cousin Eric's spot, which is called BBQ Philly. I know you guys are vegans. Shout out to BBQ Philly. So he was in there getting some vegan food, and we just kind of, I kind of feel people's spirits. Like, this dude's up, he's got something's going on, and we just started kicking. I just approached him, hey man, what's going on? We started talking, and here I am.
Nice.
So just from a conversation, but imagine if I would not listened to my spirit that day, not spoke to him, and not been in Eric's spot.
Yes.
So it's all the timings, like everything was like.
it was spot on.
Yeah, talk about timing. What other just moments of your life here where things like literally fell into place?
Literally.
Right?
I'm gonna let you start with this because I know with this one that things fall into place.
Oh, it just like I said, the planets lined up perfectly, and the chemistry was perfect, and that was it, right?
I made a few words.
Yeah, seriously. I love it though. I love just watching this. I know unfortunately people are just listening to our audio podcast, but people are gonna get whatever video footage that comes out.
So we'll talk about that.
This is just fun to watch. You guys
But,
we do our best.
Yeah, I can tell you this much. just recently, we went to Podcast Movement.
Yes.
I booked on an airline called Spirit Airlines. They canceled 527 flights that day.
Never go Spirit.
Oh my God.
Sweetheart, I tried to save $100. I was trying to be that cheap black motherfucker. I was him. I did it. Oh, $100 cheaper. I'm gonna fly Spirit. Dummy. Never fly Spirit.
Yeah, why they
but
call it
wait,
Spirit?
here's the thing though. Spirit.
Spirit.
Yeah.
It made me late, a day late to the convention that I was supposed to meet everybody at. But it set everything else in motion. I had 3 goals when I was there. One was to get a natural hot chicken sandwich from Hattie B's, accomplished. The other one was to meet either Charlamagne the God or Mark Cuban, who were both there. I ended up meeting Charlamagne the God and had a few words with him with my whole podcast network outside of the venue.
I love how the food was first.
The food was, the food was first, but here's the part. I came back from getting the chicken sandwich when I stepped right in front of Charlamagne the God.
Oh.
So the timing, getting out of the Uber, ordering the chicken sandwich, getting in and out of the store, it was like, but if I would have got there the day before, that timing would have been off. And I would have ended up missing that moment in time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I seen him as a speaker, but just to be able to step into him when he's not in a hurry. He made his bodyguard stood there. He talked with us. He took pictures with us. He talked to us. He just sat there and chilled for me. So it was nice. A lot of people, he's stuck up. He's this. Listen, he was down to earth. And right now, he's the head of Black Effect podcast on iHeartRadio. So he's got a little prominent spot right now. iHeart's giving him a nice little check. So whether you like him or not, he's here to stay. So and once again, I have no problem admiring people who are giving them their props. And to right now, what he's doing in the podcast market is big, and people have no idea what's to come with this Black Effect network that he's doing. Yeah. Okay. So keep an eye on when you see that B logo and the Puma team up. There's a lot going on right now.
Okay.
And we can't say too much because we're a part of it on another side.
Gotcha. Okay.
On the Puma side.
Okay. Well, talk about perspective or being optimistic with that situation and not letting it start off your trip on a bad note with Spirit, that stuff happening, everything.
Listen, I sat down and I told my wife, if it happens one more time when I go, that's a sign. So we booked with United the second time. They delayed the first trip, they delayed it out. I said, here it goes again. So I'm not going. So then the next
Keep
time,
in mind, he's texting me this while I'm in Nashville.
I'm still sitting.
So I'm getting played by play.
Okay.
So I'm heated. I'm putting my thumb through my phone. Shit's breaking, knobs are shooting off, electricity's shooting out.
Oh my god. Steve's just coming here.
And he's just sitting there it was coming out, dude. I got you. Just relax. Let me check on some stuff. But it happened. But I said once I calmed down, there's a reason I'm gonna find out why this delay happened, and the reason was the series of things and how they went.
Yeah.
People said, "Oh, don't go to Hattie B's. There's a 3-hour wait." Shit, I went there. We were in and out in 10 minutes.
How was the sandwich, by the way?
The sandwich was good as a motherfucker. I should have got 4 of them. You know, my greedy ass are trying to lose some weight. We got some trips to Miami. We gotta start getting the gut down.
I gotta trim up there.
I'll just enjoy it.
But so that was great. The food was great, but it's that whole moment in time was just, if everything was thrown off and I would have got there on time, it would have messed up that whole
the alignment.
And I didn't see it until then. I'm a firm believer in timing and stuff like that. It's just space matter. Everything has a position.
Yeah.
You know, in the ecosystem, in the world. You know what I mean? Even you look at the birds in the pecking order. You know, everything has a system.
Yeah.
And if you disrupt that system naturally, then I believe people don't get off the couch and miss an opportunity. Something said get off the couch and go get milk because you were going to run into blah blah blah, and you didn't because you was hot.
Oh yeah. Weed is the ultimate simulation starter. It's just wow, my life is so boring. Nothing's happening in it.
Let me throw some weed.
All of a sudden, I feel like I have this mission now. And then 7 months later, you're just living a new life.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
But,
talk about your Well, not with weed. This is just me being a curious person. But your experiments with other drugs. Yeah.
Can I tell you my weed one first? Because this weed was personal. I love personal stories. All right. So my introduction to Mary Jane came when I was 11 years old. I used to go to my brother's house. He lived on Newell Avenue off West State Street. It's a little side street, dead end. And my sister-in-law Christine made the best strawberry cakes. We used to we'd lick the icing, the box, whatever it came in. Anyway, so I used to go there and they had these parties and they had like all these bubbles on the wall and the fuzzy pictures and all the retro shit that glow in the dark. So that world to me, the dogs playing poker. It's the first time I seen that shit. It was at my brother's house. But I kept smelling this shit that smelled like dookie. Just straight up dog shit. And I was like, what the fuck is that smell? Like, goddamn! Like, there's no way in the world somebody could be smoking that and that's going in their mouth. Like, it smells like dookie. It was what they called at the time, reefer. So at that time, the strain was lamb scratch, which is original, old school. So one day, me and my cousin, we won't drop no names, Keith. Nah. But we grabbed the roach and we went outside because they would always leave the roaches outside in the ashtray, and we lit that shit up. And that was my introduction to Mary Jane. You know what I mean? I was like, oh. So that's what that dookie smell of shit was. Like, this shit got me feeling good.
Were you giggly?
Yeah, did you go through all the phases?
I went giggly. No, I don't do paranoia. I went giggly and straight to the cake. I skip right over paranoia. I don't get paranoia when I smoke weed. I just don't. People like, how do you not? I'm like, I don't.
I get anxious sometimes.
It intensifies anything I'm doing. It just makes me more hyper. But I don't get like, oh my god, paranoid. Like, no, I can't move. No strains, none of that yet.
What about you, Rich?
It's a two-parter.
Oh.
First was
damn. Let me sit back.
You're comfortable. Yeah. 1977, my father took me to see Kiss at the Spectrum in Philly. People in front of us.
His dad took him to see Kiss.
Yeah.
That's some white guy shit.
It is. Yeah, well, really?
That's racist.
That's racist.
It could be.
And these people in front of us were smoking it, and I kept smelling it. I said to my father, I said, what is that smell? And he turns to me and he's like, oh, they're just cooking bad hot dogs. I'm thinking to myself, bad hot dogs? Okay. I think I can like this. Part two, the first time I actually got high, I was driving my car. I had some friends in the car with me. We get high. And as I'm driving down the road, it hit me for the first time. And I'm like, shaking, and they're like, what's the matter? I go, holy shit, it just hit. And I'm like, shut up everybody, turn the fucking radio up, put the windows down.
Why you
everything on me right now.
Yeah.
And I got to my friend's house and I'm sitting, I'm like laying in the grass, I'm like, get me milk, get me something, this has gotta stop.
He needs some milk!
Oh. That's it. And yeah, it hung for about like a good 4 hours. It was bad. So, but now it's just like another day at the office. So.
Yeah, well, because your body's so used to it.
Yeah, I've done damage for a while, but it's a good thing. It's all good.
So I did hear mention some other drugs too. I'm going to go into a deep dark space and talk about it for 10 minutes. I used to sell cocaine, so that's why I spent a lot of time in New York. And
oh wow.
I've never tried.
Back in the day, and
I have.
I never tried it, but one time I got stuck in a situation in a house where that's the only way out. So in other words, like, when they put it out, you can't say no.
But why not?
Why? Because they want to make sure you're not a cop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you
but
can't
you're
say
obviously not a cop.
Nah, sometimes when you got a new owner of the property who's selling you real estate and product, you have to go by his rules.
Oh.
So I did it for the first time, and believe me, it wasn't my intention, but man, I see how Richard Pryor ran down the motherfucking street on fire.
Just strike the match like this. What's that? Richard Pryor running down the street.
I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit?
It's such a bad example.
You know what? I know. Plus, the high intensity of it was like, holy shit. Like, bitch, I felt like I felt like I was walking, but my feet weren't touching the ground. Like, it was the weirdest shit. It was probably the most empowering feeling you ever feel. But like I said, I didn't like it though, because I like to be in control. And with marijuana, I can be in control of my eye. You know what I mean? That's why I choose for medicinal. That's why people control it. People don't smoke a pound of weed and go out and kill nobody. You know what I mean? Well, at least I know I don't.
Unless the guy is a sandwich.
Yeah. I was definitely gonna kill him, right?
Unless
And
they're
you were
killing a
saying,
bag of
oh,
chips or some cheese puffs on the couch.
Yeah.
Ew.
Motherfucker, killing this motherfucker strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one. But I just it was an intense feeling, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I wasn't in control.
Yeah.
And you have to wait to come down. With weed, I always felt like I'm at the top.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm right here. I can fucking rev it up, come back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit you can.
Yeah.
But that was my only experiment. Then push up. I like psychedelics.
Ooh.
That was back in my days when I was in my 20s.
Shrooms, acid, both?
Window panes, eye drops.
Whoa,
I've done eye
wait,
drops.
okay, we gotta go into
Eye
the
drops.
deeper shit. Yeah, the weird
Wait.
shit. Yeah. What are eye
There's a
drops?
Grateful Dead concert in
Uh-oh.
Meadowlands. A friend of mine took me there. He was going to get paper hits. I won't say his name. Sharif.
This is why they have so many
Yeah,
followers.
I know, right?
Make sure their name doesn't get dropped.
So we're
We're getting signed after this one.
Right. So we're in the parking lot at the Meadowlands here at the arena, and these two hippie chicks that he knew from Vegas, because he lived out there back and forth, they came up and they had sugar cubes and window pane. So sugar cubes, they would drop the acid onto the sugar cube, and you just put it in your mouth and just let it dissolve. And in the window pane, they would drop in your eyes. So the girl just so ever gently, like she knew my skin. She just like touched my eyelids, swooped off my glasses, bloop, bloop, hit me with 2 drops. Within probably about 4 minutes, I was like, bitch, I gotta get to the car. It felt like my whole face was melting. Everybody that went by me was like, you know the little things at the end of the driveways, the blowy things? This is way before the blowy things came out. So everybody was looking like that and shit. I was like, what the fuck? I said, oh shit. Bitch, I gotta go sit down somewhere, bitch.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, window pane.
Wow.
How long does that last?
That took me 16 hours.
Oh
16
my
hours.
god.
And wait, it gets better. Because the fucked up part, my mom and dad are dead. My mom and dad were plant house for ministers. So I want people to understand this. Everything was taboo to us. So that's why we kind of, when we came out, we rebelled. We tried to do everything we could that we felt that was safe to us. So I came home that night and they had brought a brand new custom band. And it had the running lights on the ceiling.
With the mirror. Yep.
My mom was a talker. And I love to hear my mom talk. I just sat in that man where she was talking like that. She don't know I'm tripping my ass off. I was sitting there looking at these lights and she's like, fuck. I can sit here all night and listen to my mom. Like, just very soothing voice. So that was something that took me to another dimension right there. Yeah,
Wow.
definitely did.
Yeah.
And
Is
that's
that
I
what you
don't think I've
happens?
ever told that story. Yeah, I do, man. I do, because the relationship of the person you're talking to, that's an ancestor. She's been dead for 24 years now. And I can still connect with that voice, that thought, that moment. You know, it's like hearing a song and where that song takes you. You know what I mean? That drug, that psychedelic drug took me to that band, to her talking to me, to just spending time with me sitting in something celestial like this.
Yeah.
And it was just one of them feelings, man, where it was like I was at peace. You know, and I like to be at peace. People think I'm a rowdy person. I guess I can be rowdy sometimes.
But you're core.
Yeah, I'm peaceful.
Yeah.
I'm only a warrior when I have to be.
There you go.
All right, over to you, Rich.
Well, I'll try to be I won't be the man of few words on this one.
Yeah, please, brother. Let it out, man. I'm gonna stop talking and drink some. I'm gonna smoke something. How would you like it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
For me,
Also,
I was
Rich
cocaine
has-
and shit.
Sorry, I was just gonna say for our people who don't have video, Rich has very nice tattoos, very interesting,
Thank
colorful
you.
tattoos. So I assume that he has done psychedelic. Continue.
Go, yeah.
Yeah, no, they are nice. Ooh. Look at that color.
Yeah, this was the firefighting career.
Oh wow.
I'm a retired volunteer firefighter. So, but
Show me the burn marks.
Huh?
Show me the burn marks.
Yeah, right.
I'm joking.
You got a lot. You guys got a lot.
Everybody paused. Everybody's
Trust me.
like, fuck. Don't do that, dude. You don't know I see burn marks.
Where'd you go with burn mark?
It's fine. Burn marks. What you get? It's gonna be like a hot dog on the grill. You burn the hot dog?
No, cocaine, speed was my thing. You know, I like the energy. For me, it was the best 35 minutes of your life. Really. And plus being a guitar player, musician, so that all amplified it as well. As far as the whole psychedelics, I did checkerboard, which is just the tabs. Yeah. And I hated it because it hung in there for like 5 hours. And I just couldn't get my shit together. And I knew my mother was coming to my ass and getting me, and I was there. It's a long, drawn out process, but now it's just obviously just weed. So, you know.
Music though. Music. How long you playing guitar?
51, so 42 years.
Wow.
I worked with a lot of big national act bands.
Yeah.
What are some of your major influences?
Well, let's see. Guitar players?
Or just music, just any kind, any musician.
I'm from heavy metal, rap, to fusion jazz, to techno, to classical. No country though.
I don't listen to country either.
No.
It's just not my. Why? What's your reason?
I just never got into it.
Yeah.
I mean, when we went to Nashville, that was like all that was in the bars. I'm like,
Little
don't
twang.
they have like fucking blues or something? Like, where's the rock?
Little twang.
Yeah, not for me.
Gotcha,
So.
gotcha. Yeah, what is it about? You write your own stuff?
Nope, just play by ear. I can't even read music, and I only know 3 chords.
That's just impressive when people are auditorily able to.
Fucking
oh my
nasty on the
God.
guitar. Play anything. So don't let him fool you without the knowledge that he's
We
like.
actually got a concert coming up here because he's jamming the music and I'm just air guitar. I got them twisted. I was rolling the joints on the highway, so you know.
Oh wow, yeah. Good job.
What does it do for you if you could put it into words, but just music?
Music has gotten me through life. That's the best way to put it. Because without music, who knows where I wouldn't be with, Tim doing the show. I wouldn't be who I was and what I've done and everything like that. So yeah, no, I'm a big advocate of it. It's part of my life and it will always be.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's special.
Yes.
That's awesome.
But I can go from listening to a metal song and I can put like a fusion jazz on and then maybe a classical and I can just change at any given time. I don't have to listen to one consistent thing and it drives my wife fucking nuts. Especially when I'm high because I'll throw like, by the way, I got to give props to the vinyl. I've been looking at this all night.
There you go.
Yeah, I have a huge vinyl collection and all my stereo equipment is all vintage.
Check your records. We need.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, props to you guys. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, we're trying to be more present when we listen to music. And I feel like that's a good way to be like, we are listening to music right now. It's not like a background thing. Like
Also, just the sound, obviously, on vinyl.
Vinyl is
It's
different.
just
So is
no
it.
other sound. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, I just love how some of the records look. I'm just, again, like I was saying, such a visual person.
Mm-hmm.
But when you just have like album covers, or just like when they make the vinyl just a different color, like it just like it's.
But you know what?
Like, oh.
I'm a lot like you guys in how you have your living quarters set up with the way these lights are. Because I know you guys, if you put music on, you just put this shit on and get baked and be like, this star shit. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm picking up on the flashy stuff over here, but this is like great. That's how I do my living room. Everything's the Apple lights, and I got the strobes
Yeah, you gotta
and
set the
everything.
mood.
You know.
You have to set the
I told my
vibe.
wife I wanted to get a mini smoke machine, but the jury's still out about that. She said, why?
We
I
got
said,
one.
see.
We got one for the film. Knock the other. We tell
there
you
you
we
go.
have to
There
do
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
Should have brought it up here next
Oh.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, darn it. I did want to ask you guys also if anybody, it could be like younger kids or even adults, like came to you and asked you for advice on how to like reinvent yourself. Not reinvent, maybe that's not the best word, but just like another evolution of, because you guys doing your podcast and doing everything you built together was over a long period of time.
Right.
And working different jobs and then finally getting to what you feel like is your groove, like is you're like, yeah, I'm where I need to be. What would you say to somebody who's like who's just not working the job they want to work in, not living in the place they want to live in, not just lacking inspiration.
Yeah, you know, if I jump in real quick, because you know me, I always got a motherfucking big ass diamond I want to pull out and just smash down on the motherfucker. So, first thing I
You
was
have
telling
the floor.
Thank you. The first thing I was telling them is, do it. Stop talking about. We talk ourselves out of probably 80% of the things that we want to do.
And that are positive.
Right. All you have to do is stay focused. If you're not at the job you like, focus on what job you want to be at or create your own job. I'm an entrepreneur. I never kicked a 9 to 5, man, because I've always went and got a job. You know, I sat with bosses when they would tell me stories like, well, Tim, you know, you see through a window this big, and I see through a window this big, and they started going on those stories. I'm like, you're not supposed to be the boss, man. I said, right now, at this point in time, you are, but I'm a boss. I'm just working this job to make some money, to get where I'm going, to do what I'm trying to do, to build what I'm trying to make. Mm-hmm. And everybody that I've seen on the other side of that desk to me was never a boss. My dad bred me to be a boss. I'm a 4th generation entrepreneur. So when he instilled that in me, there's no way in the world I could deny that. And I'm not going to let anybody else deny it. So I would tell that person, you got to keep moving forward. All right? Because anything that stops growing is dead. Yeah. I mean, would you agree with me? I mean, you're vegetarians, right? Yeah. So, with that being said, though, I would tell these people, the first thing is just to get up and just do it. We say we go, oh, I'm gonna start my podcast. Oh, I'm gonna launch it. You know how many times I went on podcast, like, let's see, launching my podcast soon. I'm like, hey, Rich, they're still launching their podcast. Like,
exactly.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking do it. And I'm not trying to be Nike cliche type shit, but that's the shit. Yeah. And we as people, we're the biggest procrastinators on this planet. Yep. We wait till the last minute. Yeah. We have people around us that can help us on our journey. We won't reach out. We won't ask for them. I reached out to this man and said, hey, my brother, you know, I need you tonight. And I mean, hey, man, okay, no problem. That's what it's about. Yeah. And people don't understand, if you do that and you're just pulling one person forward, he might be able to pull 2. He's going to pull 3. You guys are going to pull 4 more. You know, and now we're pulling each other ahead. So we're kind of coming together, supporting each other and saying to each other, you just got to get out there and do it. You can't sit around and talk about it. I get so, when people come in, oh, pick your brain. Oh, here we go. They got another idea about something they're not going to do. And then they want to talk to me about it. Sure. They go like, really, again?
You become that complaint center, and it sucks.
But I would tell a person, anybody that is trying to do something or change or reinvent themselves, you got to do it. But you got to remember who you are. Don't reinvent yourself to be somebody fake. Reinvent yourself to be the real person that you are inside. So when people come and question it, you can show your background. I can show people my business history and companies that I've owned. I'm not talking shit. I'm not, oh, he never owned that. He never Google the shit. You look at records of what I sold. I sold data to an oil company. So when I sold my oil company, people thought I sold the truck and everything together. I sold Princeton Fuel, and I'll say it. They still owe me 18 grand. Anyway, I sold them data. So that data went to them. The truck sold separately, and that was it. You know, you just got to get out there and do it. When I got out of the business, I had an asset. I was like, damn, what do I do with it? Sold the data. Yeah. It's the biggest information there. So, I mean, you gotta do it. I started from scratch. When I bought my first oil truck, when I left my dad's, I had $16,000 left in the shoebox. And I bought this oil truck from this oil company in Burlington. Old raggedy truck, falling apart, but it ran and it worked. And I went out to start on my own. I was gonna help my dad and expand. He didn't want to do it. And my uncle, blah, blah, blah. Started on shit. I got tired of being at the job. You raised me to be a boss, so I can't stay here and continue to be under your tutelage when I need to be out there on my own. Yeah. So do I make $20 an hour or do I make $96 an hour as the owner? Right. Do a little more work, but I'm doing the work anyway.
Yeah, true.
You gotta do it. Absolutely. You gotta get off the couch, put the joint down. You still gotta put the joint down. Get out of the house and go do something.
Say words or just
how can I compete with
that? I don't know, it's gotta be fair, and I gotta just pass them.
It's a beautiful story,
like,
thank you for sharing it. I enjoy hearing it. No, seriously.
It is,
but, no, we're so, with all this technology and everything, it's
Yeah.
clouding your minds.
Yeah.
You know, put all that aside, come back to the reality of things, do everything one breath at a time, and follow your dreams. Don't let nothing stop you or get in your way.
People,
and
parents,
put beautiful people in your life, like these two gentlemen here and the third one who's not here tonight. And trust me, you will succeed and cross the finish line sooner than you think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Facts.
And if they are your dreams, they're your dreams for a reason. They're
Mhm.
put in your head for some strange reason.
So why not share that world?
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody's not meant to go with you on your journey
True.
as well. Yeah,
True.
that's right.
So
Yeah, you I'm sure have like people just come and go.
I got minefields. I used to have a management company. I have minefields of artists that are just sitting around falling apart like an old battleship. They're just sitting there, you know, half in the sand, half in the water. And I look back and I say to myself, damn, they just would listen to me. I was trying to help them. Put money into them, time, energy, effort. Nothing.
And I mean, at the end of the day, the bottom line is the only person who's gonna get up to like, you know, do it, whatever, is yourself. Like
Right.
you have to be
Yeah.
able to, you know,
And-
people to show you the door, but you gotta open it. You know?
Right, and that's why as a manager, I stopped working with people to focus on myself. This was the second half of my life. You know, this is the 50 plus.
right.
Whatever I got left is more than what I got, you know, or less, or should I say, less, whatever I have ahead of me is less than what I have behind me,
Yeah.
or whatever I'm trying to say.
You guys, you have kids? You
Yes,
kids?
yes, kids and grandkids.
Yeah.
So I have, my oldest is 32, he has 3 grandchildren. My twins are 26.
I'm
She
20.
has. Oh, you are. Oh, I should have known. I should have picked up on that. No, seriously. And then my daughter has a little grandson. So Lorenzo makes my 4th grandchild, and then Rich has a whole bunch of grandchildren. He's He's got grandchildren in England. Tell you that. Bloody England, I tell you.
3
Across
children,
the pond.
2 girls and a boy. Came into an already made family. I adopted my youngest daughter. My wife and I have been together 31 years, married 26. But as far as the kids go, my oldest daughter Angela, she's 39, and she's with her son and her stepson. They live in England. They live in a little town called Leon-C.
How often do you visit?
Not as often as we'd like, and then with the pandemic, that put a big setback with everything. But we've been over there like 4 times.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I live my life through my cell phone with my grandson.
Yeah.
Like he'll FaceTime me or I'll FaceTime him.
How is it managing your careers, your just personal projects that you want to do while having such a big fan? I mean, a great support system, I'm sure.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, yeah, how like where do you find the balance?
That's not easy. It's time consuming. It's just planning, and you know, you just can't like throw the chips in the air wherever they land.
Yeah.
It's all got to be planned out and everything, because you're constantly doing this, doing that. We're doing the show. I got to work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. So you know, it's,
Yeah.
you know.
The great thing is our wives. I know my wife is a big help. There's times where we gotta split up. She might have to handle the whole family. I'm handling what we're doing. You know, and she understands, and she's been by my side for a while, so she understands this lifestyle that I live of a so-called entertainer. It's a lot of late nights, early mornings. You know, a lot of drunk nights. You spent what at the bar? I had to buy drinks. I was with so and so and so and so. Like, you know, it's like when you're trying to explain. Sometimes you have to finance your own dreams. You know what I mean? People don't realize that. You know, you never try and go out on the ledge to go broke. But you know, sometimes you have to finance your dreams. But if you keep doing what you're doing, it'll all come back to you.
Absolutely. Well said.
Yes. But definitely, the balance is definitely with the family and the wives. Because without them holding down the family when we're not there,
Yeah.
you know, it'd be a shit.
Anybody else creative in the family, or pass on
Oh,
the kids,
God.
grandkids? Anybody else who's going toward entertainment?
Everybody.
They all got TikTok accounts.
Yeah,
with just millions
I have a
of
niece.
them.
I have a nephew who's a rap artist. I had a whole bunch of talented people in my family. We used to have McCray management. We still have McCray management. There's a whole bunch of talented people on there as well. So, but anyway, I'm not promoting them right now.
No.
I'm promoting Rich and Tim.
Yeah, no, I'm just like
No, I'm
always
just
want to know
messing
where
up.
it comes from,
Right,
and
I
also
always
the
tell
craft
people,
and how
yeah.
like your people you're around, you do like that's just great. That's like absolutely something you bond over. But I remember a woman when I was on a plane to San Francisco, she did work for Francis Ford Coppola, researching movies, and she's talking about like at the dinner table. It's a family business, right? They had multiple businesses. The oil, they had also the grocery store, supermarket.
Remind me to tell you about that title before we finish.
No, do it now.
No.
I'm gonna forget.
Okay. This is called The Confessions of... It's gonna be a good book.
Very well put.
Wait. How far along are you just started?
Right now, I'm probably into about chapter 1. I want to keep it short because I want to eventually turn it into a screenplay.
Okay.
But like I said, I just want to make sure that people are protected in this book because there's a lot of interesting people in this book, and a lot of these people are still alive as well. So that's why I want to try and get this book out as soon as possible. Like I said, but it is fictitious, and a lot of the characters are based on the stuff in my mind.
Do you think readings come back a little bit since
I
the pandemic?
don't think reading will ever come back past the point of where it was.
Okay.
But I think as people wanted to get back into touch with themselves when everything was silent, I think reading was peaceful for people who read that. But if you were never a reader, I've always been a reader, so I don't mind reading.
Oh, I love reading.
But I think during the pandemic, because it was like, after a while, I was like, man, I'm ready to kill myself. I can't watch any more news. It's like kill-o-vision.
Yeah, it is.
So, but it got to the point where I would sit back, we would go and hang out. We had these 2 bars and we'd go and we'd kind of sit on the deck and be COVID, outside and shit, mask on. Yeah. But it was good, man. We had our outlet, and the podcast, I think, was it too. It kept us grounded with at least being able to have some type of voice to the world.
Well, I mean, anything else you guys want to add? Sorry, Jordan.
Yeah, no, we could wrap up. This was a great interview. You guys gave us some really good stuff.
And anything else you guys want to plug or share or just last thoughts?
Honestly, man, I want to plug a few things. I want to plug Podcast Magazine once again for the feature in the magazine. This doesn't happen every day. We're a new podcast. We're only a few months in and we're at 40K in subscribers right now, and the numbers are climbing.
Is that digital also, that magazine?
Yes, digital as well. Cool. Steve Olsher. And you can go at Podcast Mag, and I'll give you all the hashtags, you know me. Yes. All you gotta do is follow me around the board. I'm gonna tag everybody. And that's what I like to do, and if people don't like it, just say, hey, Tim, don't tag me, and I won't. But I like to promote people who have supported us. Yes. It's only right. Yes. I mean, why would I not? You called us onto your show. Why would I not support you? That's stupid.
That's how we work.
Yeah, no, we're excited. We're excited to promote this and tell people about it. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate
also, I think you are champions and record holders as the ones getting 0 on the challenge.
I know. Right now we walked right out of that shit.
I like it.
I skated out of shit. I looked at Rich we have this look we do each other like, yo, I'm about to skate out.
Oh, I knew you.
Rich is like, skate out, brother. I was like,
no, we were pretty sure.
That was political. They boycotted the Olympics.
But no, there are a lot of great podcasts that we love. But when we reach out to these people, we don't get the same reach back. So sometimes I would like to plug them. Especially if it's something where we're paying for the content, we're promoting the content, we're pushing the content.
Right? Yep.
You hear it.
There you
go.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel that. Sometimes you gotta just work on what you're working on and support people by being there.
Yeah.
And, right. Checking out the cool shit and telling your friends to check out the cool shit. Because that's what really changes things.
And we have good sponsors out there, man. We have a lot of people that are backing us right now, so we're happy for that. So we're just gonna keep going, bro.
Yeah, we wish you guys the best.
Thank you so much.
With everything, and cannot wait to see more and whatever else.
Well, we hope to be part of you guys' production. We need some old characters fucking Richard Tippett and old guys are sitting at the park bench or something,
Think we can
don't be anxious. Play all the characters.
No, I mean, to be honest, to
just
be real,
write any shit you want.
We don't hang off the back of this car.
As long as I'm on a longboard and I'm strapped in, I'll do it.
There you go.
No, we are
I will
totally
do my own
out of the
stunts,
box. It
depending on the
doesn't,
money.
like, there is no,
Nice,
there is
I like
nothing
that.
that keeps it, there's nothing ever that is just like, oh, we can't write it for this. We write stuff for specific people sometimes, and it's just like,
Do that. Remember my character? I didn't take my glasses off. These are real bags under my eyes from working so many hours in the entertainment industry.
no, looking good. And you guys are obviously perfect for the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a little high.
The eyes, red. Thank you guys so much again. Thank you all for listening. Yes, the session's Mary Jane Jordan.
Oh, also, if you guys want to catch us, we're changing up our residency for the Players Theater. Just because things seem like they're getting weird again with COVID and stuff like that.
Delta
So
variant.
we're going to be just waiting until November 12th. We're going to see what's going on then, doing our show November 12th.
The
So
interdimensional.
we're bringing it
9:30.
back for a fall show. Yeah, the
Yes,
9:30 show.
Stay tuned.
And first, second, and third Wednesday of the month, Weed Man's Joint. We got comedy coming back for the rest of the damn year. All right.
Woo!
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace.